mind doing a little football 101 for us and telling us when Coach talks about identifying the point and sticking with that and not switching during the play, what does that mean and what are you needing your group to do on
Well,
that?
obviously every play, in our run scheme, pass pro, there's a point. So we got to all make sure we ID the correct point and then all work together. Who's the point? Who's +1? Who's -1? Stuff maybe you don't understand, but communication's a huge thing, and we got to all be on the same page.
Just wondering off of that, the communication, you guys have been practicing that all off season, right? Fall camp.
Right.
Why is?
But sometimes guys get up there and make a call, like apples. Instead of saying apples 25 or apples 57, they're not telling anybody the number. So that doesn't mean anything. So that's a big issue.
And obviously, just your general evaluation of these first 3 weeks. You guys have had to rotate a lot of different guys.
Right. Well, that's part of it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's dealt the hand they got, right? But anyways, big thing to me is this, as simple as this. You have to get the ball past your block, okay? And we're not doing that because one guy breaks down or two guys break down. And it's all about like your elbows and your hands being inside. If the defender, it's a battle for the breastplate every snap, right? If that defender gets his hands inside of me, he's going to be able to shed me and control me, okay? We have to control people. So we got to own frickin' breastplates, and we're not doing that right now.
How's that start? Where do you need to?
We rep the shit out of it every day, over and over. We did it today, over and over. That's all you can do. Your elbows lead your hands. If your elbows come out, guess what happens to your hands? They come out. So we repped it over and over.
Van talked about, again, seeing the practice, right? He's seeing the repetition and the team, the product that they can do. Why do you feel like that's not translating well come Saturdays for the team?
I think sometimes, guys get into that state where, like, they're just going to try to survive or whatever. You know what I mean? Instead of my whole thing all the time is trust your technique. It doesn't matter what they do. It's what we do.
What's pregame like for the guys? Is there like a team ritual that you guys have just to make sure everyone's mindset is in as far as translating from practice to the game?
These are adult men, and they should be able to get themselves ready to play, right? Now, I'm on the guys' cases all week long, so I expect them to get ready on game day to play.
We're asking this because it's rivalry week, so we'll probably ask this of everybody, but you've been on both sides of this. What does this series mean to you?
I've been through this a lot, you know what I mean? And obviously, like you said, both sides, but this is a huge, huge deal and a huge rivalry. I got nothing but respect for Dan Lanning and his whole staff, but it's the Civil War, and we got to go down there and get after it, so looking forward to it.
How's this game different compared to previous ones?
How is this game different? To me, it's another Oregon State game, so not really different.
In your history on both sides, do you have a favorite?
Right here, right now.
Oh, no, I mean, of course. I mean, a specific game from your past.
Oh, probably one of the games that we won. I don't know if it was, you could help me out, but I don't know if it was, I remember James Rogers running the fly sweep, and we beat them down there, so that was awesome.
You guys have rotated 3 different left tackles, kicked Nathan.
Oh, we're rotating a lot of guys, so. But part of it's injuries, right? And then part of it's trying to find the right guy, and that's how it is.
Do you feel like there's a spot on the line where you have found kind of that right guy thus far?
Yeah, the guy who you just talked to.
Yeah.
At center.
And, at right tackle as well, Nathan's played pretty well out there on the edge. And I'm curious what
He's been solid. He's been played right guard and right tackle, so there's a lot of guys rotating around right now. The whole thing is this, like a couple kids came up to me, I'm like, there is no one guy that's the dominant guy. So we're going to play multiple guys.
What are you looking for to make a guy that one dominant guy?
Smart, tough, guy that could finish, right, and dominate in every area. And
In terms of, sorry, Les, in terms
You've
of,
been up through a lot in your coaching career. What do you say to a team that's off to a start that's not what they or anybody else wanted? how do you get this train back on the track?
We've been through this before. I don't know. We got beat. I don't know if we lost 4 games in a row. We ended up 10-4 when we were here. So, I mean, that's what we talked about. And even though we're right now in a tough spot, we could still fight our way out of it. You know what I mean? Are we going to be willing to do that and fight and claw and scratch? Because that's what it's going to take.
Again, how much you kind of reiterating that message to the team? Because some guys handle, adversity different than others. So how
You're
much
right.
you do as a
I mean,
coach?
to me, like, since I got here, there's some kind of a PowerPoint that's talking about input affects thinking, thinking affects your attitude, attitude affects your performance. However way you want to say it, your mindset is the most important thing.
And availability-wise, like, you guys are hoping to get guys back and everything. I mean, where do things stand right now? Some of those guys that you are.
Well, we'll see. Maybe Strand will be back. We'll see.
What do you feel like you guys need to do to jumpstart the run game?
Sustain our blocks. Get the ball past your block. It's as simple as that. You know what I mean? And it's trusting your technique, and then having a finish, kind of an a-hole mentality. You know what I mean? So, but it's all about technique.
Is it safe?
It wasn't all scheme last week. It was guys getting beat.
Yeah.
Is it safe to say this matchup is going to be just a battle of techniques?
That's right. Every game is going to be a battle of the breastplate. So that's what it's all about. We good? Thank you.
Coach, thank-
So Maalik is somebody who's, one of the vocal leaders on this team. What has been your message as the guys have gone through the last couple of weeks?
Just staying together, keeping our minds on straight, keeping our heads on straight, getting back to doing what we do best, and that's playing our game. And, being that team that we were during camp, during spring, during whatever workouts in the winter, just being together, pushing through all hard times together.
How do you inspire that? How do you maybe kind of dig deep and find some of what you guys discovered in camp and bring that back out, into week 4 of this season?
Just reminding them every single day, these games are anything that we haven't been through as a team. It's nothing but adversity out there. Everything's you're able to overcome anything that's thrown at you on the field. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta have your head on straight. You gotta believe in the person next to you. You gotta believe in your coaches. You just gotta go out there and play.
How would you describe the mood in the locker room right now? How are guys handling the adversity?
I think the past is the past. What's already happened is behind us now, and we're excited about the opportunity that we got coming this Saturday.
And what have you seen from yourself in terms of growth moments in areas, particularly the tech game, but throughout the season?
Of course, there's a lot of areas to improve on and grab things from everything that has been showcased on the field. So just being able to go in there and watch it and have an open mind and taking coaching from my coaches and being able to, accept that coaching and do my best to get better each and every day.
What's the level of frustration for you early in the season? Obviously, this isn't, when you came here and you wanted to, win games and succeed, like this is what you envisioned.
You just got to watch it, keep playing. What's already happened has already happened. There's nothing you can do about the past. It's all you can do is kind of prepare for the future and do what you can do to write the moving, write the next steps the way you want it. Whether that's putting in extra work, whether that's watching extra film. You got to do whatever you got to do to make sure that history doesn't keep repeating itself. These past weeks. That's done now. Hopefully we can get some wins under our belt moving forward,
When you go that goal to David Wells and, rewatch it on tape and see just like he's got a DB draped all over his face, what kind of kudos can you give to a guy like that?
That's huge for him and his confidence, as a receiver, be able to go out there and catch a ball like that. That's, I've never done nothing like that at this high of a level. So, that's huge for him as a receiver, and I'm glad he was able to do that. And, we're going to need more of that in the fufuture.
You guys have kind of started to open up some of those shot plays at times, been able to connect for some deep balls, and how's that kind of click down, downfield passing?
Just got to keep doing it. Got to keep hitting it. Got to keep working on it so it can become second nature.
Been some struggles under pressure kind of throughout the year, especially you're going to face a really good front at Oregon. How do you kind of assess your own growth in that area? Where do you feel like you need to improve?
Just got to stand strong in the pocket. I know, like I see everything on tape. You know, I'm lucky enough to have all the resources that I need to be able to go in there and correct myself and accept that coaching from, you know, all my guys up top on the third floor. You know, whatever they see, same thing I see, they're letting me know what they see, and I'm able to go out there and put my best foot forward, you know, moving forward.
Was there any sort of lesson you learned from this past weekend in this Texas Tech game, and anything that you can take heading into another tough matchup with number 6 Oregon this weekend?
I think you got to treat every opponent as their own. You know, every game plan is different. Every team is different. You can't underestimate anybody. You can't give anyone too much credit. You just got to go out there and do what you do best, and you know, be together as a team. You know, it's a team sport, and you got to make sure everybody's on the same page. So you guys can go out there and play together.
You got to experience a couple of rivalry games in your collegiate career from Texas to Duke and now here at Oregon State. What have you learned about this rivalry between Oregon State, and what does it mean to you, I guess, coming into this weekend?
Oh, it's huge. I know it's huge. Of course, you hear everything, you've seen everything like on the internet, and of course, like me being from the West Coast, watching the game as a young kid, I know how big the game is, and I can't wait to go out there playing it.
Was there any game that you ever watched when you were a kid that sticks out? Have you ever watched that from the series?
I've watched a few, but not as a kid. Like just watching the film on Thundercloud is how I've kind of seen the past games.
There's obviously a lot of emotion in this rivalry, including with players. An Oregon player today, Jerry Mixon, said that you guys are little brother and that they need to go and kick your ass. I'm wondering your response to that.
Oh, I mean, I love it. Competitive spirit. I don't really focus on the talk or anything like that. Other guys, media. So, I mean, I'm just focused on the team and whatever we do in practice and how we could prepare to get better and go out there and put our best foot forward.
Week 3, you actually threw more yards than Dante Moore. So, but you guys got the result you got, and they got the W in the column. What needs to happen next week for you guys to walk away with the win? Is it a combination of trick plays? Like, what more can the offense give? Because the numbers are there.
We just got to do what we do best, and that's, our assignment and doing it the best way we can, honestly. It's not about any stat line. It's not about any trick play or whatever you want to call it. As long as all 11 on the field is doing their assignment as hard as they can, as fast as they can, I think we got a great chance of going out there and being a really good team.
The pre-snap penalties, especially in the game Texas Tech, were once again an issue. Now you guys go into Autzen, which has been well known for causing very similar issues. How do you guys kind of get prepared for that and still try to look to fix those issues on the O-line that have continued to stall drives or end drives because it pushed you guys too far back?
We just got to know where we're struggling and be able to have an open mind and go in and correct it, go to the field, correct it, and continue to work at it. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to change without us putting the work in to change it. So it's all up to us to get those things cued away.
Anything else? Thanks, Maalik.
Thanks, Maalik. Appreciate it.
You said yesterday that one of the issues in the run game against Texas Tech was identifying the point and organizing around that. What do you see in the game with that issue?
Yeah, I mean, it's just simple. We got to execute. We got to communicate louder. We got to echo calls down the line. I mean, there's never too much. There's never nothing wrong with too much communication. And we just got to learn how to communicate more. That's how we just work on it every day at practice.
Was Texas Tech doing something unusual or different to make that a little trickier than maybe it sometimes is?
No, it's never what the other team does. It's always about what we do. I mean, as long as we're doing our job, no matter what the other team do.
What would be your evaluation, I guess, of the offensive line at this point? Obviously, you guys have rotated a lot of different guys in and, had to have different combinations, but, what are you seeing right now?
I mean, what I want to see is just guys working. I mean, guys just doing their job, doing their assignment, doing it the right way, and straining to finish and get the blocks. I mean, that's all we do. It's like I said, it's nothing that the other team does. It's always us. They haven't done nothing that we didn't practice, didn't work on, didn't already go over multiple times. So it's just about us taking it over from practice to the game.
Yeah, and Coach Bray talked about making a point, in blocking and, trying to, I guess, fundamentally get back to those sort of things. This is Coach Cav drilling those things into you guys early this week.
Coach Cav been beating technique since he got here, so like that's all he's about. He's a technician, and I love it because I feel like I'm a technician, and so like it's just technique, and like I said, we got to take over practice to the games. That's all we got to do.
You talked about, a lot of the mistakes. It's on you guys, nothing that the other teams are doing. Does that make it more frustrating when you know that it's the issues? And again, how do you make sure 3 weeks into the season that you find a way to figure out what is causing you guys during those ticks to cause those issues, and how can you get that fixed?
Absolutely. It's definitely frustrating knowing that we shooting ourselves in the foot, and how we get back to it again is just what we do every day in practice. I mean, we work hard in practice that nobody see. We work technique every single day. So it's about taking it from practice to the games, like point blank period, because to be honest, they haven't done nothing to us. We done it all to ourselves.
What do you think the disconnect is, if you could just take a wild guess, of basically lack of execution from practice, you guys working as hard as you say you are, to just not quite translating into the game?
I mean, I can't tell you what's going on in everybody's mind, but I would say assume like they just nervousness, I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure. But like I've seen everybody who's played, I've seen all of them do the right technique. I've seen them make the right blocks. I've seen what I've needed to see and what I've needed to be done. They just got to do it on Saturday. That's all that matters.
You've been here a couple of years now. What does this Oregon State game come to mean to you?
It means a lot to me, for real, because, I mean, I've been playing Oregon since I was a freshman, and I've always just wanted to beat them. And then being here and learning the rivalry from the fans online, the media, stuff like that. And it's just, I mean, you like them type of games. You like when the emotions is high, fans into it. They're the best games for real.
For all those different offensive line combinations you guys have played, you've played every snap at center. I'm curious what kind of pride you take in that, and how it's been calling protections and all that.
I take a lot of pride in doing my job, like no matter what, how I go into it, like I'm gonna do my job the best that I can, no matter what the situation is, no matter what's going on, no matter what the score is, just do my job, and do it right.
And you've had to step into other jobs now with the special teams work and everything. Like, what is that process been like for you?
I mean, I'm a guy who's gonna do whatever it takes to win. If you need me to snap, I'll snap. You need me to block, you need me to catch it, you want me to run it, it don't matter.
Have you been trying to work on the longer snaps as well for punting? I mean, what does that look like at this point?
I mean, I'm always ready. I'm always practicing. I had a long snap in high school, if y'all ain't never knew that. So I've done the technique and stuff, so I'm always going to be ready in case they need me to go out there.
You can give us some unique perspective on that. What is the difference of snapping it to a quarterback versus obviously the distance, but are there any other neat things about it?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the distance and stuff, but it's different technique, I guess, because, I mean, I think snapping the ball is also a skill, too. Long snapper is just a skill. I mean, it's just working the technique, memorizing it, and doing it over and over and over and over. So when high situations come, it's just natural.
When you're snapping for these pooch punts, is it exactly the same as the shotgun snap, or a little different than a shotgun?
I treat it the same.
You treat it the same.
Just, yeah.
What do you think of Maalik's foot on the punts?
He has some good punts. I mean, I've seen better punts in practice, though, so we just got to do it. We got to keep going. Whatever needs to be done to get that situation and get the special teams right, that's what's going to happen.
Is there a feeling, like Bray said yesterday, that some offensive line reinforcements might be on the way, that he's hopeful? Is there a feeling for you that there's some frustration that you haven't got to show your best group yet, and what this group can be, and if you can get to that point, we can get everybody on the field, it can maybe look a little different?
Yeah, again, like it's frustrating. I mean, as an O-line, this comes with the job. If everything going good, nobody knows you there. If everything going bad, you the first person they call. So, I mean, we just need guys that's gonna do their job every play and be consistent with it, and that's what we're working on every day.
You guys played the best front you had played all year last week. You'll play an even better one this year or this weekend with guys like Bear and Amori up front for Oregon. I'm curious, what have you seen on tape from them thus far, and how are you guys prepping for that?
They're a good D-line. They're a pretty physical group, but again, it's not what they do. I mean, it's what we do. Like, we have good technique. We have good finish, good effort. It doesn't matter who lines up in front of us for real. So I don't really pay attention too much into that.
Week 2, you guys had 7 penalties, majority of those coming from the O-line. Just talk about the strategy with Autzen being so loud and just so hype.
Mm-hmm.
Emotions are running high. How are you guys kind of going against just those bad calls?
Again, we work right at practice. We recreate the environment every day at practice. So by the time Saturday comes, it's just another day to us.
Thanks, man.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.